यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Shri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, wealth, health and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family members and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 34 of 9th verse, the last words of 9th chapter. श्री भगवानुवाच मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैष्यसि युक्त्वैवम् आत्मानं मत्परायणः। The last words, Bhagavan Krishna said in the second line, imam anityam asukham lokam prapya mam bhajasva. It's a kind of order. It's a kind of order to the devotees. He says, somehow you have reached this position. You have born as a human being. After being born as a human being, you should realize this world is anityam. That's what the qualifications. The Upanishads, Mandakopanishad says, Parikshya lokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedam ayan nasti akratah kritena. So one should examine the world. How will you examine the world? No, I will live 100 years, then I will examine the world. Because, my dear, you cannot enjoy all the enjoyments in 100 years. Because people say, the spiritual must be after 80 years. If any youngsters, they are going for the Bhagavad Gita classes or they are going to the temples regularly, what I am talking, and they are going to study some scriptures and they are going for some Parayana, Shri Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Shiva Sahasranama, Ganesha Sahasranama, or if they are learning Purusha Sukta, Shri Sukta and Durga Sukta, and these elderly people, they say, so from this age itself you need not to be like a spiritual soul. You can start, once you got married, you got all children get settled, then you can start your spiritual things. There are people who say like that. They think the spiritual must be begun after 60 years or after 65 years. When your eyes are not able to see, your ears are not able to hear properly, and your mind becomes tired, you become unfit to sit properly in a place for length of time. At that time, they feel, spiritual means it has to be given in that time. They think only the spiritual is the last part of the life. It means they are not giving priority. But Bhagavan says, so if you want to examine the world, your age is not sufficient. Because the youngsters, they think that they themselves say, I will see later on. So some intelligent people say, let me see what and all there in the world. Then I will come to the spiritual. You never come to the spiritual. Because your one life, one body is not enough to enjoy what and all the enjoyments are there. There are innumerable enjoyments. Time to time, if you want to enjoy a grandfather state, you should be the grandfather. It cannot happen when you are 10-year old. Even when you are 25 years old, it won't happen. It will take its own time. If you want to get it done Kanakabhishekam, you should have crossed 100 years. There is a kind of pleasant experience, the pleasant experience which comes after Purnabhisheka. You should have crossed 100 years. Shatabhisheka, you should have crossed 100 Purnima. If you want to get it done Shashti Abdhapurti, you should have crossed 60 years. No, I am not talking about those enjoyments. Then what the enjoyment talking about? What you say the enjoyments, they are not even enjoyments. You collapse your health by consuming all those things. Wrong food, wrong drink, wrong habitual. These are all not enjoyment, my dear. Waking up to the midnight in a day and sleeping up to 8 o'clock, it's not the enjoyment. The enjoyment comes when you wake up early in the morning. You go to the temple, you become one with the nature. You see, that's the enjoyment. So now Shastra allows you to enjoy spiritually materialist world. Are you spiritually? You can enjoy this material world. You can examine only through vichara, not enjoyment, not enjoying it, because you won't have age. Even Yayati said, he said after living thousands of years, nakamah kamanam upabhogena shamyate habisha krishna vartmayava. He just, this experienced Aptavakyam should be taken. We cannot examine the world because we don't have the equipments. World has got so many things. Para Prakriti. Apara Prakriti is the wonder. She will be very colorful. The enjoyment will be producing, new enjoyments will be brought. You won't have the system to update. This is like a new mobile we have in our hand. That new mobile also you have to keep updating. And after certain time there is one more mobile, this version, this device is not fit for that version. You have to throw this device and you should get that device, otherwise you will be thrown from the society. He says, just bhajasva maham. This world is anityam asukham. You believe the world can give or make me happy. It won't, because they don't. No object has got happiness. No object has got satisfaction. They will lead to dissatisfaction, because all the objects are the product of karma, the result of karma, including your body, mind and sense complex. Therefore, don't expect satisfaction from your own body, mind and sense complex. If you want to examine the world, examine your body, your system, your all emotions, which becomes a veiling faculty, veiling material, which veils you to not see the fact. We have to examine through vichara, through Shastra vichara, through inquiry with the help of Guru on Shastra or in Shastra. Once you inquire the Shastra, you will get a new perception to see the world, to understand the world. That's what Bhagavan Krishna says. My dear, please understand the world. This world has nothing to give you, but you can give the world. Once you learn, you become what? Contributor. You should contribute the world. The world has given body. This world has given body, mind and sense complex. It has given buddhi. That buddhi has got small amount of spark of Brahman, so which is experienced in the form of I. You catch hold it and develop that I with the help of Shastra Jnanam. Then you will be on track. That's what Bhagavan says. So after learning about Ishvara Jnanam, So you should develop bhakti. He says, bhajasva mam, just worship me. So now one may have the question, how can be worshipped Bhagavan? How can he be worshipped? He himself says in the next verse, in the 5 principle. Okay, let us read it. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam matparayanaha. It's in different order. We should make a sequence. Mad bhaktaha bhava. That's what the continuation from the last verse. Bhajasva mam bhajasva. You worship me. Being what? Being my devotee. Mad bhaktaha bhava. Mad bhaktaha bhava. It's very easy thing. Just I'll become his devotee. No, it's not that much easy thing. Developing bhakti, because we are swabhaktaha, sharira bhaktaha, vishaya bhaktaha, kafi bhaktaha. Without coffee I cannot be there. Therefore kafi bhaktaha. Without car I cannot be there. Car bhaktaha. Without people I cannot live. Janaha bhaktaha. No, you should develop to become yourself as Ishvara bhaktaha. Mad bhaktaha means you are making an effort to get connected with the Supreme Bhaktaha. Because God is not seen. From the childhood, we learn so many things about the world, but God is not seen. God is not even introduced properly. Everything must be rewritten. Rewritten means what? The world, which is nothing but the 5 elemental aspects, has been rewritten. It's nothing but apara prakriti, which is caused by para prakriti. You have to learn about Ishvara to become bhakta to him. Otherwise you cannot become bhakta to him. A bhakta means that's a great qualification. A human being must be endowed with bhakti, then that human being comes on the track for the proper goal. You become my bhakta. Once you become bhakta, you set the bhakti, you can see no other source in this world, including your relatives, parents and friends, money, power, anything, they don't have power to face your life. Don't hide behind money. Don't hide behind the people. Don't hide behind your own ego. Bhaktaha means giving less priority on our own ego, just converting that ego in the form of love towards the Supreme. Mad Bhaktaha. You become Bhaktaha, Saguna Bhaktaha. First you should become Saguna Bhaktaha. You take any deity, doesn't matter. When somebody, he went to know about ultimate about the world to Ramakrishna, who was sitting after puja. Then he said, how can I reach God? How can I attain moksha? Then Ramakrishna said, by bhakti, you worship God. No, I don't have belief on God. Then Ramakrishna said, it's okay. Do you love anybody? No, I don't love anybody because all people are selfish. Have you married? Yes, I'm married. I have people. I have children. There are 8 children. 5 boys, 3 girls. You don't love any one of them? No. Because all of them are selfish. I arranged them to get settled in their life. They are not looking at me. I lost my job, but they are not helping me. What about your wife? Wife supports them. Bechari kya karegi? Then Ramakrishna says, you should have got some affection towards somebody or something. Is there like that? Yes, I love my goat as a pet animal. Ramakrishna said, just worship. Start worshipping that goat. You will develop bhakti. You need something to catch hold to develop bhakti. You develop bhakti when he started doing. For him it was funny. Then he started doing. Then he set Kali as his own Upasana Devata, because God exists in everywhere. If he is able to see goat as a god, why can't we accept the all deities which are done all pranapatishtha, which is being worshipped every day, because all other religions, do you know Rome Samrajya, it was there, Greek Samrajya, Rome Samrajya, all of them have become like a museum. Only our dharma has got the alive temples. Those prayer halls becomes museum, but here it is alive. Every day Abhishekam is done, Arati is done, Naivedyam is offered. Every day, there are so many namaskaras. To have a darshan of the deity itself, there are lots of crowd. You see, in all the temples, why do people go? To have darshan, that's all. In order to give that darshan, so many things are done. Mere darshan, you are not going to take anything from there. Just to see the God. Why? That darshan itself gets or does magic within us. Therefore, first target to set the bhakti. But the task, we have so many tasks. When we were born, we were put the task. Pre-KG, LKG, UKG. Then first, second, third, fourth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, plus 1, plus 2. 15 years gone. Then PG, UG, gone 6 years. Become 21. Then next job, find a job. Then get married, get children, bring them up, ask them to get married. Are you a father? You should get settled your children. Then when you get all these things done, you become 52 with all grey hair. You look at yourself in the mirror, you become shocked. What else could I do now? Therefore, you just become aware yourself to become a devotee. Being a devotee, do everything that what and all you do usually. Make a person a devotee. Teach your children to be a devotee. This is the message from Lord Himself. Mad bhaktaha bhava. Bhava means it's an order. Order. It's not a request. Mad bhaktaha bhava. Nanyah pantha ayanayate. There is no other way. Bhakti is the valuable. It's, if you consider emotions, it's a valuable emotion. Bhakti is not an emotion. Bhakti is a phenomenon which is nothing but the bridge between you and Supreme. Then the next level, once you are get connected with the bhakti, the next he says, Mat parayanaha bhava. In the bhakti, you don't fix the worldly object as your target, because just learn the reality of them to come to know about their limitations. Anything that you own, it will go in a day. It has to go in a day. Anything, even your body, mind, your memory, it goes and comes, it goes and comes. If you have memory, means a strong memory, you become proud. After a certain age, you become weak in memory. Janaha, the crowd, go in a day. Money will go in a day. Name and fame will go in a day. Therefore, make me as the target. That's what mat parayanaha. Parayana means the target. Make me as your supreme target. Mat parayanaha bhava. It means you convert yourself being sakama bhakta to nishkama bhakta. I need to reach the God. Mat parayanaha bhava. This is second. Then third, manmanaha bhava. Keep yourself with abhyasa and vairagya. Manmanaha. Don't deviate your attention from me. Doesn't lose sight of me. That's what he says. As the supreme goal. Manmana bhava. Because there are so many things to grab you. And God doesn't go anywhere. You just come with us. We'll go for the party. We'll go for excursion. A tour, world tour. We'll go world tour because Bhagavan is everywhere. Just we go to world tour. All nonsense place. Whatever selected, all nonsense place. You can go to the world tour. Wherever the temples are there. Whatever the religion, the temple, you go to the temple. Doesn't matter. But finding all the places. Suddenly I thought, what we call it tourist places. All the edge of mountains to see sightseeing. All the, river banks. Not all the, beaches. This only their, the fake enjoyments. Swamiji for you because you have become Swamiji. No. Politely I say, you just think about it. We have to think about it. The mind, so all of us, we are carried away by this fake material which is endowed with fake enjoyment. These enjoyments, they don't even, they live for long. Flicker, everything is flicker. Therefore, he says, don't get deviated. Man mana bhava. Then mam namaskuru. You surrender. You live, you do all the activity being in me. Having namrata, humility. And everywhere you worship me in every form. You worship me. That's what yatkaroshi yadashnasi yajjuhoshi dadasi yat yattapasyasi kaunteya tatkurushva madarpanam evam atmanam yuktva mameva yeshyasi. Having merged in this manner, you will reach me. This is what the brief explanation of the last words of 9th chapter. Bhagavan will give elaborate meaning of these 5 principles in 2 chapters. That's what we call it Vibhuti Yoga as the 10th chapter and Vishwarupa Yoga as the 11th chapter. Then he talks about again Bhakti in the name of Bhakti Yoga in the 12th chapter. So this verse is the foundation which is elaborated as 3 chapters. We will continue and enjoy them being a devotee of him. We will begin the next chapter from next episode after having the summary of this 9th episode. With the blessings of Venkateshwara, we will continue with lots of interest and dedication in Bhagavad Gita, in the Krishna consciousness. Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.